Well, good morning, and konnichiwa, bitches. It's been a week since we've gone live. I've had a little bout of vertigo and other little maladies, but I'm back. So, see who's on board with us today here. Get to the comments. And let's see who we got. My buddy. What are you doing? You're always so nice. You're always on Mark Thornton's channel, and we really appreciate you. You are awesome. Hello, Jeffrey. How's Clearwater, Florida treating you? Everything cool? Thumbs up. Good deal. We'll take it. Good morning, Jeffrey. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. Don's ready to travel. Good morning. Good morning. So, truth be told, I think that's the title of this little live stream. Been, I don't know, internalizing that a lot. I've always been a lover of the truth. That's why I try to be truthful on here, truthful in videos, and be myself. I think that truth be told is a good thing. In fact, I'm going to do a video about it. It's been something that I've been thinking about for over a month, and we'll see where it goes. What do you guys think? Let's see. Let me get too far behind here. Austin, Texas is in the house. That's very cool. Your favorite source of the Philippines. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that. We'll just take that as a compliment. I wonder if Vertigo can be caught over the internet. I want to see Dizzy Dean. Can we not get through a video without Dean? Of all the people I've had on here. Oh my God. Guys, I love you guys. It's so funny. We should. Dublin, Ireland. You know, I got some Irish in me and some American Indian. How you like that? Let's see. You and Mark can do a weekly coffee chat. My favorites for both your channels. Yeah. Well, he wants to do one monthly. We did an experiment, which was a couple of weeks ago, I think now, over at the Coffee Groove, where he set up his camera and I set up my camera. And we just both loaded up the same video. And he got like 3 times as many views as I did, which I found interesting. I don't know how to disseminate that information. He launched it a couple of days ahead of me. Maybe that had something to do with it. The audio on mine was all screwed up, so maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. But yeah, we like doing that together. I did a deal, I don't know if you guys caught it or not, with Bud Brown. And I like the idea, I've always liked the idea of setting up a camera. And again, the audio is mostly the challenge, because if you go outside, a lot of ambient noises. And the biggest disappointment with my Samsung S21 Ultra has been audio. It does not like external devices plugged into it. It just doesn't like it. And I thought I was doing something wrong, because I'm always first to blame myself. However, I went online and it turns out that I'm not alone. Other people are bitching and moaning. They're buying wireless devices like I've done, and they've not functioned properly. And so that's probably the biggest disappointment about that phone I bought. Now, on the other hand, if I put it on a gimbal and I'm videotaping May in front of me, for example, which I've done, and I'm talking behind the camera, the audio is awesome with no wires, no nothing, no wire. And it's just a regular microphone. And the video quality is very good. However, when I flip it around to selfie mode, if you will, to say, do one of my couch potato videos, the audio and the video is degraded. And there's 4 different cameras on the back of it. And for the life of me, I can't figure out what the deal is. Thank you, David Skinner. I just called you Dinner. Thank you for the chat. I appreciate you. Turn on the bell. Get it in on time. Happy Friday. Yeah. We got plans this weekend. I'm going to tell you all about them in a little bit here. And you know what? I'm going to jump ahead here. I am going to jump ahead here. This is another video. It's awesome that you're here, buddy. I am going to do a video about this man. This has been in the back of my mind since the channel started. This gentleman here, Monty Crew, is the reason I have a YouTube channel. And it's been one of those things where, you know what? I have to do a video about Monty. And the reason I haven't done it up until now is that I get emotional about it because he was just such an awesome human being and the way what he did, and he deserves the recognition. And I have felt up till this point that I didn't have the words to give this man the recognition and the credit that he deserves. So if you guys, he no longer does YouTube. He's in America. It's a long story, and I kind of want to talk to him first, personally, which I haven't done. Uh-oh, the trash man's here. Anyway, that's our Saturday routine. The trash guy comes, and May's got to run and take the trash cans out. Anyway, but Monty, I love you, brother. I really do. And I am going to dedicate a video to you. Let me go back up. Let's see, where am I? Let's see. What's with your voice? I don't know. Is there something wrong with my voice? Just the same voice I had yesterday. I have been on a long phone call. I was on a phone call for an hour and a half with a gentleman that, you know, it was one of those hour and a half phone calls that went by in 10 minutes. If you know what I'm talking about. It was just that good of a conversation. And it's always, how can I put it? It's always so fulfilling to me when I speak to someone that is smart and intelligent, but at the same time reasonable. The worst thing to be, I think, is the smartest guy in the room, which doesn't happen to me very often. But on the rare occasion that I am the smartest guy in the room, I am bored out of my brain because I'm not learning anything. And if you can't learn something every day, you know, you tend to, I don't know. For me, it's just going backwards. May is a stunner. I'll agree with that. You guys are in for a treat because I'll go there right now. It's her birthday on the 28th of this month. So today is the 21st. And we're actually celebrating her birthday to this weekend. And we're going to keep it real cool and calm and collected, unlike last year, which were, you know, multiple parties and get-togethers and gatherings and celebrations. And later on today, May and I are going to check into a place called the Henry, which is a kind of swanky resort here down in Dumaguete. And we're going to be there for 2 days and 2 nights. And her sister is going to come join us. And hopefully a couple of other sisters. I don't know. I never know what really is going on. And a couple of her friends. And I can tell you, boys and girls, it will be a bikini fest. So you're in good. If you're a bikini fan, if you're a May bikini fan, you're in for a treat because I got the feeling her next 3 videos are going to be in bikini mode. She went out and bought new ones, of course. Hey, China Dave, always good to see you too, my brother. Southern Illinois is in the house. Oh, thank you. I feel good. After feeling bad, I feel really good. I had 3 days of vertigo. I think I like them apples. And after my last live stream last week, I actually fell. I got up from the desk here, and I fell. I just got dizzy, and I hit my head against the door back over there, which threw my neck out, which means I couldn't turn left like this. I couldn't do that. So I just hibernated. Didn't talk to anybody, hardly answered any messages, just kind of, I'd lay in bed and I just kind of look at my phone and try to heart some comments that people sent me. And just didn't want to be in touch. Conversation I was having prior to going live with the gentleman is he's the same way. He says, you know what, when I feel like shit and things aren't going well, I know my body will correct itself. That's just stay in bed. Just let your body fix itself, because it does. I still think your body is the best pharmacy on the planet. And it knows how to fix it. It did. It fixed my neck, it fixed my vertigo. It's all over with. But I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk to anybody because they're going to say, how you doing? And I'm going to complain. And I don't want to be a complainer. I just want to just gut it out. No, Dean, please. Okay, no, Dean. Last week, on Monday, I was going to have my friend AJ and my friend Gary on. And wouldn't you know, and they were going to be on at 9 o'clock my time. And wouldn't you know, the internet in my house went out. Nowhere else, just my house. And what had happened was a switch that's up on a pole outside had blown. And so people bitch and moan about PLDT all day long out here, which has been justified. But recently they've picked up the pace. And my landlord called for us. And they said, we'll be out there within 48 hours, but they were out here within 24 hours. They were here the next day, and they replaced the switch, and then they gave us a new modem just for the hell of it, because our modem was 3 years old and didn't need a new modem, but they said, well, we're here, we'll give you one. And our upload and our download is really strong. So we were offline for a day also. But May and I are going to go to this resort. We're going to settle down. We're going to relax. We're going to take it in. It's a little pricey, but, birthdays happen once a year. And May has graciously accepted the money that I've spent for her teeth as a gift. And, of course, I'll do something for her, but I've got a surprise to give her on the 28th, which is a week from now. So she won't be opening any gifts from me this weekend, but next week she will. If Dean spends too much time in rotation, he might get dizzy. Yeah, that would give him vertigo, huh? I realized I can learn a lot from Dean. You know what, kids? I think we can learn a lot from a lot of people. I think we can learn something from everyone to some degree. Good morning. The new look looks good on you. Well, don't get used to it because it's coming off. Twice now, lovely little baby May in her own little way said I look like Santa Claus, which is her way of saying I don't like that. And Filipinas just aren't that fond of facial hair. So like I said, it's her week, it's her month. And so once I get done here, I'll be shaving this thing off. Yeah, crazy DC. Good Lord. Bud Brown is not a bore. Bud Brown is one of the good guys here in the Philippines. Let me ask you a question. Bud Brown did a video about a little boy, probably about 11 or 12, who was an orphan and living on the streets. This is over a year ago. This is 2 years ago. And he did a video about it. And Because of that video, a local Filipino family adopted the boy and gave him a home. Where the fuck do you find that boring? I find that to be awesome. You're up, brother. There he is. See, I skipped ahead to this comment. You've been on my brain a lot more than you know. And we'll do a video about you one of these days. As soon as I can figure out, it's got to be special. And so far, I haven't been able to figure out how to make it special enough for you. There's Kenny. Let's see. Fantastic Forger, Mr. Ron. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Ladyboy Paradise, Sarah Bella. I'm not sure what that means. Sarah, would you like to clarify? That would be Thailand. Yeah. Yeah, that would be Ladyboy Paradise. Super sticker, Toby. Thank you very much, Toby. Euros. I don't know how much that is. Good morning from the Netherlands. Nice to have you with us, buddy. Sarah Bella. I'm into ladyboys. Okay. I don't know what that's got to do with this conversation, but okay. That t-shirt reminds me on the 90s. Yeah, this is one of the t-shirts that I got from my friend Goldfinger. He sent about 100 of these over. And a tie-dye making kit. Let's see. Hi, Paul. Do you have to pay taxes? No, I don't. Social Security taxes, I don't take this as gospel, kids, but I think it has to do with what state you're in. Like I'm from Nevada, so there's no state income taxes. The federal government does not tax your Social Security. And your Social Security is protected from any kind of garnishments or anything like that. It's pretty damn secure. But that's a good question. I think that it may be subject to state taxes in certain states, but you'd have to Google it, kid. Let's see. Okay, good morning. We're talking to each other. That's good. Oh, I tried, Sam. Thank you very much for that. Hi, Barry. Let's see. Hi, Paul and Baby May from your friend in Panorama City, California, my hometown. That's where I lived for 9 years, on Clearfield Avenue. Fort Lauderdale's in the house. Let's see. Hi, Paul from Australia. We got Delta out of control here. We're sick a lot. I've heard that. I've heard that guys can't even go to Australia from here. I have a number of Aussie friends, and they can't go home. They won't let them in. Or America at least will let me in. Can't wait to see you in a bikini on May's birthday. Well, Tim, let me put you back up with the ladyboy lady. That's not something you want to see, trust me. Get that image out of your head. That could, you know what, Tim, that could scar you for life. Let's see. Hello from Jacksonville, Florida. Enjoy your videos immensely. Thank you very much. Mr. Ron. Jolly. Hey, man. I am feeling awesome now. And it's part of my braggadocious nature here to tell you that the beautiful thing about being retired is that you get to listen to your body and don't have to be anywhere or do anything. And it's okay not to be okay. You know, yeah, I just laid down for 3 days. At my age, I could self-medicate, if you will. And I just know what it takes. I've been there. I've done that. It's not my first rodeo. And so I had vertigo really bad 10 years ago in Vegas. And I didn't have the luxury of not going to work. I mean, what a day that was. But here, I just get to succumb to it. And May's totally cool. She'll stay with me. She doesn't have to go anywhere. And I just basically just laid around till I felt better. And yesterday I felt better. So I went and had a coffee and what did we do yesterday? Not much. We just kind of went and farted around. It ended up being a stroke, huh? Wow. Hey, Paul, my first time catching you live. Oh, cool. From San Diego. We exchanged a couple of messages. Yeah, I'm a guy who's going through K1 visa for the second time. Ugh, yeah. San Diego. I think that's probably the number one city in the world, just for weather, if nothing else. It's always 70 degrees. I spent a lot of time as a young man / going into teenage years in Coronado. I had a mother that was a knee-walking drunk, and she was a mean person. And so this very gorgeous couple called the Sanders would take me every summer and let me live with them on Coronado Island. And Mitch Sanders was my best friend back in the day. And I relayed that once a couple of years ago. And a gentleman actually knew Mitch. And it turns out that Mitch grew up to be captain of the fire department. But unfortunately, he passed away at the age of 61 from a heart attack. Hey, Ed Jolly, check your Facebook messages from me. Okay, Jeff. How is your blood pressure? I don't know. Seems okay. Blood pressure is good. Hey, Paul, baby, may listen to your body and rest. That's right. That's exactly right, Canine. You just listen to it. Your body will tell you what to do. For the neck was weird because it was pain, which makes me grouchy. And then the vertigo, of course, you're standing up and you're wobbling all over the place, so you're bound to fall. So I didn't take a shower for a couple of days. I was afraid to get I was afraid that I'd fall down in the shower, slip and fall. So, but you know what? God is good. So here it is. It's our big weekend to go out and have a little staycation, if you will, and enjoy ourselves and have some family and some birthday cake and some overpriced meals. And like I said, May's going to be in bikini heaven. Upstate New York, welcome in the house, brother. Glad you're feeling better. Hope you have a great. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate you so much. Really do. Really do. There's the most awesome people, that come on my channel. I have some great friends here. Oh, for May, thank you very much, Don. Every time we go to, she's discovered, Don, you'll appreciate this, is every time we go into friggin' town, May tells me to drop her off at her sister's that works at Cebuana because there's a package waiting for her. She's now freaking discovered Facebook Live, which is Okai Okai. If you don't know, Okai Okai is used or like Goodwill donated clothing that she stops off and buys. And now she's found this stuff online. And so she bought new sheets for the bed. She says she wants it to look like America. I don't know what that means. All the way live. Hello? Let's see. I think that says we want Dean. Can we have a day without Dean? We're getting like piecemeal information from you, pal. Let's see. Good morning out there in New Jersey. It's haunted. What's haunted? We want Dean and the rotation. I don't think there is much of a rotation. He's always got the same girl. So I think that's his main squeeze out there. And Ed from Queens is out there running around with him and getting some good information. Was having a long conversation this morning about options, which will be another video that I do other than Nicaragua, but as far as places to go. And countries to go visit since you can't get into the Philippines. If you've got the time, if you've got the funds and the budget to do so. Some pretty cool places. We want Dean and the rotation. Thank goodness. We don't want Dean. I just call this the Dean live chat. Good morning, Rose. How are you, dear? Paul, please, we need more interviews with Dean. He's a larger than alpha life. Been hearing about that. You talk about alpha. There's a lot about this red pill stuff going on, and got to be careful with some of that stuff, I think. Good morning. Let's see, I'm getting behind here. We don't want Dean. We do want Dean. Rose. Bud Brown is so interesting. He really is. I can't speak highly enough of him. You know, he's totally different than most of us that you see. He's a guy that been married to the same woman for 40 years, just lives his daily life, has a giving heart, is, again, very truthful, very honest. What you see is what you get. And I would have to say that I don't want to call him my best friend out here, but he's certainly, you know, in the tight circle, if you will. There's a number of guys that are in my tight circle, and he's one of them. I agree. Bud Brown is an awesome guy. That's coming from Monty, who also knows Bud Brown. He is awesome. And you'll pass. I think we're talking about Dean. You'll pass. Hey, Paul, I really enjoy when you do your life experience videos. I'm a young viewer. Oh, well, thank you. You know, that's nice coming from a young guy. What trips me out is how misinterpreted videos get. And then I came to the conclusion that we were born with two ears and one mouth. And like the last video, it was a 3-year memory of a trip when I was single that I took to Angeles City. Kind of like I called it my lost weekend or something like that. And the whole gist of the video that I was trying to get across was that when you're single and you're making these online arrangements with these women, they're going to no-show you. And they're going to be one way online, which is very brave. And then they're going to be very shy, which is the equivalent. When they say they're shy, that means I'm scared or I'm intimidated. I'm unsure, I'm insecure. And they are. And so the whole gist of that was just to kind of recant a funny story and how I got no-showed. It's one thing to be in Dumaguete or Valencia and be single and drive 22 minutes to a restaurant and get no-showed. It's another thing to take a train, a boat, a ferry, and a bus and a trike to get no-showed. And that was kind of the gist of it all. And these guys were coming up with all these other, hypotheses. Oh, well, they weren't listening. Or I didn't enunciate well enough. I don't know. Palestine, God bless you. Good to see you, Keith. Ted Bell, I appreciate that, Ted. Thank you very much. We'll toss that over to May for her birthday. How's that? Let's see. Hi, Paul. I'm new to your channel. I really like your channel. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're with us. There is no tax on Social Security because it's your money. I'm just not sure about the state tax, Ron. I would Google it. Bud is a great person. He did a video of us conversation, but he edited out my dirty joke. Here's Dean now. The sexy chicas and I will come on this week and say hello to Paul and all my pure alpha family. Dean never shy of promoting himself. Hey, Freddie, how you doing, man? I buy Bud Brown breakfast. That's what I do, buddy, whenever I see him. Yeah, I thought so. Thanks for clarifying that. Hey, Paul, can you have Social Security deposit? Yes. You can set up a bank account out here and then just do the usual, whatever that is. Well, how you do it? I know that I can't, without a VPN, I can't talk to Social Security. They won't accept anything from this computer without a VPN. But I know of guys that have their checks deposited out here, so I know it can be done. The mechanics of it, I don't. I would never do that myself, personally. But that's just my own personal choice. Yep, Dean's in the house. My Social Security is taxed, and I am in the Philippines with an FPO address. I'm not sure what an FPO means. What states? You know, it's easy to Google, Ron. I would guess California because they tax everything. But there's a number of states where they're like, I think, the one I know of is Utah, not Utah, but I know Nevada is very, very popular, I think, for people to set up addresses and not avoid, but just don't have to pay state income tax. When I moved from California to Nevada, it was a 10% raise on my net check. Melbourne, Australia, welcome to the house, man. Bud Brown seems to be a really good, genuine human being. He is. Take my word for it. He's a much nicer guy than I am. I live in Germany, and my military pension is taxed from Canada. Okay. Well, Canada, that's a different story, I imagine. That's more of a, it's a little more socialized, I think, in Canada. Let's see, Colorado. Oh, here we go. See? Colorado, Connecticut, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, and West Virginia. So there you go. I Googled Earth on Valencia, and it shows on the side of a mountain near Dumaguete. Where are you? Don from Subic. I'm on the side of a mountain. Google Earth had got it just exactly right. It's exactly where we are. I'll talk about you, Vertigo, but I'll have to circle back to that one. Vertigo. I felt like I've been spun around about 50 times, you know? Make you dizzy. Hey, Dover, Ohio, how are you? Always a pleasure to see you too, Chuck. Thanks for coming along, Daddy-O. Social Security is some tax based on total income you may have. There you go. Let's see, states that tax Social Security. It's Colorado, Connecticut, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, and West Virginia. Okay. You guys are on it, I'll tell you. I have vertigo in my case, which caused by fluid buildup in the inner ear canal. Yeah, I think that's what it is with me too. For whatever reason, it just strikes me. The last time it happened was about 10 years ago. I woke up, I was in Vegas. I woke up, I got out of bed, and I fell back into bed. Is there anything Connecticut doesn't tax? Boy, there are states like that. I'm from California originally, and I'll tell you what, they'll tax the tax. Hey, Jim, how you doing, man? You're taxing money that is not income, then. I'm a retired income tax auditor. Just read Bad Karma by Paul Wilson, who grew up in Coronado in the 70s. Did you know him? Great book, true story. Bad Karma by Paul Wilson. I will check him out. I may have known him. I knew a lot of peripheral people there. That was the first place. You guys remember Boone's Farm wine? Yeah, I drank an entire bottle of Boone's Farm wine. It was the first time I ever got drunk. I had a lot of firsts in Coronado Island. Some people actually have taxes taken out to pay the possible liability. Yeah. Well, you can work while you're on Social Security. I think the income limit is somewhere around $17,000 or $18,000 a year. And then after that, they start taking 50% of your Social Security money over and above that. You'd have to go to Social Security website to get the real skinny. Hi, new dog doing old dog trick from, I'm sorry, let me start. Hi, new dog doing old dog trick from Ottawa, Canada. Hope all is going well. Thank you, Mike, in the Philippines. Everything's going good. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Glad you're feeling better. And again, the goatee is looking sexy. Jim, look at Jim's picture. It makes you super sexy, huh, Jim? But the goatee's coming off. May says I look like Santa Claus, and it's her gentle way of saying I don't like it. So I'm going to shave it for her. Okay, no Dean for me, says Devout Don. Did I say that right? No Dean, no C. No Dean, no cry. Yeah, I'd have May come out, but she just woke up, and I know she won't be in the mood. That's a good statement. That's a very good statement. There is, so many times you can see so many things. I was going to have, I don't know if I finished telling you guys this. Last Monday, we had our internet go out, but I was going to have my friend AJ, who's in Phuket, on the channel here, and my friend Gary, who's in the States and lived in Phuket for many, many years. And I was going to have them chat with us, but that didn't work because I didn't have any internet. I had to cancel. Let's see. Sorry, bro. Doing many things at once. Hope you are well and have a good weekend. Keep up the good work. Love the show. No worries, brother. I didn't understand your little short messages before, but I understand you're busy. Good morning, Paul. Be careful with red pill, and I only need the blue pill when drinking too much to finish the performance. That whole red pill thing is reminding me of feminism. There's degrees of it. And so what happens, I think, is you can take a movement and turn it into a mob real fast. So I like to temper it. Bud Brown is top notch. Hey, Paul, I'm overdosed with Dean. Thanks for one show without him. Yeah, he packs a lot into 5 minutes, doesn't he? Let's see. Bud Brown is a great guy. Thank you very much. He is. Thanks for validating that. Thumbs up. Done from Singapore. That's all we ever ask for here on the Old Dog channel. We don't ask for people to subscribe or share anything. We just ask for a thumbs up. Stephen Day, did you get your desk back? No. It's overcome with stuffed animals. But that's okay. I'm not a selfish guy. And May would move them if I asked her to, but she likes them. And they're not harming me. Actually, I wanted the drawers. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate you very much. That'll go straight to little baby May. See what she wants to do with it. Yeah, yeah, thank you very much. I thought it was interesting. And the gist of it was not about her being a bar girl. It was not about her being a single mom. It was really just the rudeness of it all. And it's kind of prevalent out here with some women, not all. Can't lump everybody into a category. But how rude is it to have someone go through all this time, money, expense, and lead them through these hoops? But I really wasn't going out there. I also want to emphasize to see her. She was going to be like a helper, like someone that boots on the ground, someone that I can go hang with. She can take me to this place, that place. But I didn't need her to go there. I had wanted to island hop, and I thought, well, Angeles, I've heard about it. Let's go there. She's making it simpler for me to make a decision that she'll be my tour guide. So if I was to go to Siquijor tomorrow, now I've been to Siquijor, so that's a bad example. If I was to go to Bohol tomorrow and could get the same offer for May and I, if someone said, hey, man, I live over in Bohol, and I'll be more than happy, to hook up with you and spend a couple hours and show you a few of the good restaurants, places to go to, places to avoid. That's just a time saver. And, it's just something cool to do. That was it. Let's see. Why are people hating on Bud Brown? His videos are very entertaining. It was just the one knucklehead. There's just one little unhappy person that was on here that said that. Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah, we'll do that. Thank you very much. Blue pill. More story time with the old dog. Yeah, I got some stories for you. Are you getting plenty of veggies in your No, not. Next, I did a trial run while I was sick of fasting for a day, which I've done before. And so on Monday, I didn't eat a drop of food. And that's the program for next month. I was talking with my friend Bill yesterday when I got out. He's in the same shape I'm in. We've been putting on weight, which is just uncomfortable. And it's past ego. It's past how do I look? Too old for that. But it is a matter of just feeling better and being able to be a little more nimble and all that. Better on the balance, just better for your head, everything. And I love the idea of fasting. So I had another friend fasted for 5 days in a row. So that's going to be the program next month. With the birthday thing, I already knew I was in trouble because there's going to be cake and I'm going to be taking the girls out to lunch and all this kind of stuff, whoever shows up. And we're going to be there for a couple of days. And there's a bunch of restaurants that not in circle, but are in front of where we're staying, and coffee shops and stuff like that. So why go? I'm going to indulge, enjoy myself, let May get whatever the hell she wants, let her friends and her sisters get whatever the hell they want, and just go at it, And then next month, that'll be the goal. Let's see, you were clear, Paul. It was a good story. Well, thank you, Dan. Apparently you have 2 ears. I appreciate that. That's right. Brace yourself. if you hit the like button, I don't want anybody to get hurt. All right. So take all safety precautions and hydrate. How is my friend Jason? Jason moved back to Mabini with his wife. That's her hometown. He was recovering slowly, but is recovering. So he probably needs to get back to the States and either cannot or will not go. I have not chatted with him much since he left. In fact, I didn't even know he was leaving. Bud's a dud. Oh, this is Can of Beans. Can of Beans doesn't like Bud. But we won't block you, Can of Beans, because I'm not Facebook or Google or anything else that censors. So as long as you say stuff like that, it's okay. As long as you keep it clean. People will consider the source of Can of Beans. I'm sure they'll have plenty to say to you. What does YT mean? Just hit the like button. Hydrating with New England might be. Read about a guy who took the blue pill, didn't drink enough water, got stuck in his throat, and had a stiff neck for days. Let's see. Jim has a question. Is it best to keep your credit cards from the States when living in the Philippines? I did. It's a bitch trying to get new ones. You need to have, or I should have had, what I didn't do. I should have set up a one of those mail forwarding services. And that way, because they won't issue a credit card to me in the Philippines. So I've had 3 or 4 cards expire. I've got one that's going to expire, I think, in a couple of months, and that I'll be out of credit cards. But what I did was I opened up a bank account out here. So I have 2 debit cards. Let's see. You should have read the instructions. Hey, best way 21. Well, hi to you too. Fleet Post Office. Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying. See, everybody knows everybody here. So this is like one big happy family, right? I have my Social Security AT. Dean is a living legend. Message to Dean. Please do live streams. You know what? That's a very good suggestion. I think I should be a guest on Dean's channel. What do you guys think about that? Dean should do a live stream, and then I'll come guest on his. Fair is fair. Let's see. Why is girls the #1 reason to come to the Philippines? I personally like the cost of living and easy-going lifestyle. The lady is the benefit that was a big surprise. I resemble that remark. I mirror that remark. I think the ladies thing gets played up a lot by the guys that are interested in ladies, right? Younger guys. That's their main thrust, if you will. That's their driver, is female companionship, or they just want to come over here and use it as a sexual playground. They want to burn through as many girls or women as they can. Other guys are lonely and want to have a meaningful relationship. Some guys want to start a family. And then other guys are like me that I came over here just to retire. And someplace I could afford to retire without going to work. I didn't want to work anymore. I was more burnt out than you can imagine from working. I didn't want to play anymore. I didn't want to show up. It was Groundhog Day. Yesterday was like, today, and tomorrow was going to be the same as today, and on and on and on. I just couldn't see myself doing it anymore. And so, truth be told, hooking up with baby May was just something that sort of was a natural progression of things. FPO is military. Yeah, it could be. California does not charge tax on Social Security. Well, that surprises me, but thank you, Ted. I thought they taxed everything. I have my Social Security deposited here in a peso account. Contact Social Security at the U.S. consulate. Well, there you go. I feel safer having it in America, but that's just me. Why do you think you get a SSA 1099 every tax season? For your taxes. You might have supplemental income. Hi, morning from Gladstone, Central Queensland, Australia. You just got out of bed. Oh, okay. I've been up for a while. I am a happy guy. I wasn't happy for a couple of days. That's why you didn't see me. I was incognito. Wasn't unhappy. I just wasn't, feeling good. You should barbecue some chicken and pork this weekend and drink a few beers and relax. I'm going to be doing all that. In fact, I told May, I said, you know what? I did this story about Angeles, and I went on a bender, and I haven't been on a bender since. That was over 3 years ago. I said, maybe I'll get drunk while we're at the hotel. You hear that thunder, guys? And she looked at me like, oh no. They got a nice height. They got a nice bar there. Michigan does not tax federal money, so my Social Security, federal pension, and VA disability are not taxed by the state. Awesome. When I get to the Philippines, I hope to get vertigo. It's the best place to get it, I guess. Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill. Yeah. Remember that wine? I'll make sure I don't lose this. Hi, could you give a shout out to my friend David Carlson? He likes to watch you. Absolutely. Hi, David Carlson. I am in Canada, ex-military. My pension is tax-free because it's disability. Yes, big difference there, right? Trust me, vertigo ain't fun. No. It's usually associated with heights. Now, I have issues with heights, too. Got a lot of issues. But I was flat on the ground here. I just lost my balance. It's just like, the spinning game you used to do when you were a kid, would throw you around, you'd be all like that. That's what vertigo's like. And then I hit my head on this door over here because I fell into it. And, or sometimes you'll get dizzy because you stand up too fast. But this lasted 3 days. What's up, my man? Love you, brother. But you already knew that. Hey, Paul, after a day of flooding in my apartment and being here in the dog pound is what I needed today. But please, though, Dean. I'm very sorry about the flooding in your apartment. I hope everything goes well. Nothing worse than water damage. God. It's raining like crazy right now. No, we don't, Jim. One time, I don't know. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. One time I was kidding around and somebody asked me if I had a washing machine, and May was sitting next to me, and I said, yeah, right there. And she does this, in the shower with her women's intimates. But we just picked up our laundry. We have a place that's got washers and dryers. It's called U-Wash. It's like a laundromat in the States. Back in the day, remember the laundromats? I don't know if they still have them. You put quarters in. Or if you lived in an apartment complex, you go downstairs and use the laundromat. And they have those here. And so what we do is about once a week, we load it up and they wash it, they dry it, and they fold it nicely. and it's about $10. Used to be, when I was single, it used to be about $10 a month. And with May, it's about 45. That woman will change clothes 3 times before we go down the street. And then put it in the dirty clothes. Yeah, he's like the ShamWow guy. Stacy Clifton, old soldier. How are you, brother? Thank you very much. That'll go straight to little May. I know you love her. And she loves you right back. I'm glad you're feeling all right, man. Yes, the most likely cause of vertigo is fluid in the ear canal, cold and fluid buildup. Yeah. It's funny how these things happen because there's no buildup. I mean, it's just like there's no progression. It just hits like that, boom, and within 1 minute you're fine, and then the next second you're off your feet. Hey, good morning to see you there, sir. USA to the Philippines. God bless you guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. What are your most favorite takeout or dine-in? It's tough to say we've got a favorite. We have a place called Bertalicious Sushi. And so you can't eat sushi every day. It's kind of like a once in a week kind of thing. So I would say that's probably my favorite. May, it's easy. It's called Soban, and it's a Korean restaurant. And that by far is May's favorite place to go to. And both very reasonable. Her and I can eat for 2 and be stuffed, filled with sushi for $12. That's both of us eating. And we don't order drinks. We just have service water. And then at Soban, we split an entree and about $6 for both of us to eat at the Korean place. Yeah, my desk is overstuffed with stuffed animals. Friggin' May. You gotta love her. Thank you for the love and support. We will come back on this week if Paul allows us to say hello. Well, listen, buddy, you need to do a live stream. That was a good suggestion. You need to get your ass to get up and do a live stream. And then I'll come on your show and harass you. Over 245 people. Where are the thumbs up? I got to clean my glasses, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, that's better. Hello, Paul and all. I'm Hussein from Saudi, retired and thinking of retirement in the Philippines. Manila versus Cebu, still undecided. What do you think? Thanks. I wouldn't live in Manila on a bet. My humble opinion. There's a place, what's it called? Makati, I guess, is a nice area. I've been through Cebu. I haven't never lived there, but I've driven through on a bus, and it just looks like one bad neighborhood after another. I'm sure it's got nice places. It's got big malls. It's got big buildings. It's just kind of a mishmash, which is what I think Cebu is too. But if you ask me where would I live, if those were my 2 choices, I would say Cebu. Let's see, love your channel, Paul. Mark said you interviewed Joe. Is it still up? I like his sarcastic comments. Yeah, it's still up. It's way back there, a long time ago, but it's a way old video. Are you guys keeping rice and Spam available in the house? Absolutely. Yes, we are. We have a freezer. There's lots of rice. We have lots of canned goods. We've learned our lesson. Her boots on the ground turned into be a heel. Yeah. Love the pinned comments from the Angeles City video, Paul. Best thing about you is you don't take yourself too seriously. We could all learn from that. You know what, man? If you take a shitty comment and pin it, it just lets, because I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't. I just think it's funny. And it's my way of saying I don't care. Because what they're trying to do is bring me down. And you can't do that. That's impossible. Sticks and stones, you know what I mean? How old is old Paul? Me? I'm 66 years old. Coffee for you in May. Well, we appreciate that very much. And we will have some overpriced coffee at this place too. But it's nice. And it's once a year, right? So what the hell? Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Good evening. We're going to hear. Oh, cool. Thanks for coming along. The Ron Paul Elliott lipsticks. Yeah. Yeah, he does. He calls it Blue Boy. He's always had those. Him and Gloria buzz around in it. I don't think he's too happy with it, though. I think recently he's been having some issues with it. So, I don't know. I'll get an update from him. Him and I was on his channel a couple of weeks ago. If you didn't get a chance to see it, go see it. Say hi. Let's see. Hi there. Don't forget to hit the like button. And yes, that video about her never showing up was entertaining. The little stories tend to be very interesting. Thank you. That just popped into my head. I'd almost forgotten it. And to be candid with you kids, I did that video more for me than for you. Because I like to keep a little diary of my life here. And as time went on, that memory faded. And so I don't want it to fade. I want to remember it. I want to be able to look back at it, in 5 years if I'm still around. And, but it was sparked by a guy that I was talking to that was bitching and moaning about being stood up. And I said, you don't know what being stood up is, sport. No, we wear masks where we have to. If you go into a store, you have to wear a mask. If you ride your scooter, you're supposed to wear a mask. So mine's down here because I can't breathe the damn thing on. And then when we come to a checkpoint, we pull the mask up. We drive by the checkpoint and then we pull the mask down. And at least I do. Some places require mask and shield. Those places I just don't go into. What else? But, there's been people wear their mask, but you go into a restaurant, how are you supposed to eat? You have to take your mask off, right? So masks are here, but they're not. That makes any sense. Amidst my chaos, I've managed to get my laptop going and enjoy you on the live stream. God bless you. Your video on the Filipino wasting your time was good. I think we can all relate. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about the flooding in your house, but I'm glad you saved your electronics. Manny, there's Manny. Good morning, Paul and baby me. I just came back from Vegas. Wow. For a conference. I was there for 4 days and it was hot. People are back. Mask required indoors, but everything seems open. Well, I guess there was one day this last week where it was like the hottest day ever recorded in America, I guess. Oh, yeah. I've done a lot of research on it. And so the fasting thing is very, very, very good for you, even if you're not overweight. Not for a diet reason, but if you're normal weight, fasting is super good for your body. I've heard too many people, doctors talk about it, the benefits of it. It's biblical. I can tell you that after I did it a year and a half ago or so, I was much more intense on it. and I did one meal. I did a intermittent fasting, which is an 8-hour window where you can eat, and it's protein only. And then you don't eat again until so let's say at noon, I have my first meal. I'm allowed to eat until 8 o'clock at night. And then tomorrow comes around, I'm not allowed to eat until noon. That's called intermittent fasting. And it allows your body to burn more energy than it's taking in and lose weight. But I like the all-day fasting where you don't take in anything. It actually gives me clarity, if you will. My friend did it for 5 days. I don't know how he did that. And then there was a couple of young guys. They were in their 30s. I saw a YouTube video about them. They did a 30-day fast. And they went out to the desert because they knew if they were tempted in any way, shape, or form, they'd break it. But they did it. Let's see. Good morning, Paul. Did you receive my email? If I didn't receive an email from Retiring in Paradise. So if you have a different name or handle, I have been a little remiss the last few days on emails because of this whole Vertigo thing. I was kind of offline for a few days. Yeah, I like fasting until the hunger kicks in. What's interesting about the hunger is it passes. And if you drink like a glass of water, and it's mental. I went 11 days without eating when I was detoxing one time off of oxycodone after I had surgery and no longer needed that morphine, if you will. And then the last thing I wanted to do was take it anymore. But it dropped my serotonin levels down so low that I was clinically depressed. And it just turned off a switch in my head. And clinically depressed, one of the signatures of that is appetite suppression or appetite overeating, one of the two. And I had the suppression. And but then I got some, mood elevators from the doctor, Lexapro, to help replace my serotonin. It had gotten completely out of whack. So appetite is not such a stomach thing as it is a brain thing. It's like sex. It's not that sex really isn't a physical thing. It's a mental thing. Paul, can you share your insight on why we are seeing more and more vloggers attacking each other? It seems to be a trend. It's a small group of people. They attack me. They do vlogs about me. It seems to be a trend. Yeah, because there's, how do I put this? They're kind of like the Taliban. You know what I mean? They have their Sharia law, and what they say goes. And they're right and you're wrong. And they are narcissistic. They are immature. I give some of them a pass because I know for a stone cold fact that some of them are literally brain damaged. I mean, they've actually received a blow to the head. So, how mad can I get at a guy that's, taken they've either in combat or in real life car accidents or some sort of pipe hit them or something like that. So, they've had a physical affliction to their brain, something that I know of. Others, why are they attacking? It's just their nature. There's in the phone call that I had this morning with my friend, he said, there's tough people and there's mean people. And sometimes tough people get misassociated with mean people. Tough people are tough because of life experiences, and they know they won't take any smack from anybody. Mean people, however, go out with the intention to inflict harm upon others. And it's primarily because there's something severely lacking in their life. They want to do a YouTube channel and they can't create anything. So there's all kinds of channels out there. If you want to watch my videos being reviewed, rock on. They did a whole thing not long ago. They took May and two of her friends unpacking a ballot buy-in box, and they played that entire video while they talked over it. There's a woman out there. I usually don't name these guys because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for recognition. But there's one woman out there that is so bad, it's funny. So I'll tell you who it is. It's Apple Hernandez. And check her out sometime. She talks about chismus when in fact all she's doing is chismus. So if you want to see the height of hypocrisy, check out Apple Hernandez. She's done a few videos on me and May and other people. I fast when I'm sleeping. There you go, Mike. Sorry, Paul, I never hit the like button until it's all done. I don't want anyone to see my PIN number. Can I tell you a funny story? Back in the day, when I first started the channel, when Monty first started my channel for me, and I was trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, I started a dialogue. I can't remember how. I think it was on Facebook. And what was his name? I apologize. I can't remember his name. Let's just call him Bob. Bob was 100 years old. And I was like super excited to talk to Bob because Bob told me he liked my channel. And I was asking Bob all these questions, asking 100-year-old man questions. You're going to get some pretty cool friggin' stories. And this guy was cognizant. And he told me, he said, I'm losing it. My brain's starting to disseminate. But and anyway, we had this conversation. And I said, so you like my channel? He says, yeah. And I says, well, thanks for being a subscriber. He goes, well, I'm not a subscriber. And he goes, I just watch it. He says, but I don't subscribe to your channel. And I said, well, how come you didn't subscribe? Because I was trying to get to 1,000. He says, Paul, I just can't afford it. It's one of my favorite conversations. And I said, okay, Bob, I understand. He was thinking of it like a magazine subscription where I was going to charge him $9.99 a month or something. So. Paul, you're in a better place, bro. The states currently suck. I'm sorry. I know I am, and I know they do. And some things suck out here too. I love Bud Brown. I think everybody should love Bud Brown. Checking in from Port St. John, Florida. All right, Tommy, playing golf, I see. Lucky bastard. I want to play golf. Hi from Baran. Oh, wow. In the Philippines. Welcome aboard. It's the For the Views at Mark Hammer. It's for the views at Mark Hammer. I don't know what that means, buddy. Maybe you're talking to someone. Paul, PSA for your viewers, if sending ballot buy-ins for Christmas, our local LBC is saying the cutoff date this year is September 7th, or it will arrive late. Well, that's good information, Robert. So I guess if you guys are sending stuff to your loved ones out here in the Philippines and you're using LBC, then September 17th, you need to get on the stick, kids. You want them to get it by Christmas. Bud Brown is a great man. You, him, Rike, and Philly in the Philippines are regular folks. Then P. I wish she had been on years ago. We could have learned a lot from her. Pop Z was okay too. Yeah, I think everybody's got something to offer. I really do. Everyone's got their niche. Jim, maybe if you have a credit union like Navy Federal, they might mail you new ones overseas. Or don't forget, no foreign. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's about the credit cards. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure that just the bank accounts that I have and debit cards are not that friendly. But I'm confident that if you research it, and I keep hearing USAA or Navy Federal are much more lenient as far as helping you guys out, as far as mailing you a new card out here. Hey, Paul, nice to meet you from East Texas. Well, it's nice to meet you, James. Thanks for coming along. Dean have you on a live stream, and he takes a cigarette break. Yeah, there you go. Let me take over for a while. None. We're talking about how brutal it is out here. There's a whole new thing now. So if you get vaccinated, I don't even know if I want to go into this. Well, I started it. I better finish it. If you get vaccinated because of counterfeit cards that are being produced, you now have to go to another place and pay 350 pesos and get a yellow card that says the card that you have is indeed genuine. And it also requires a letter from the vaccination center. The Philippines, I was talking to my friend this morning, loves its paperwork. Bud Brown is very charismatic and always has a smile and positive energy. Ignore the trolls. Yeah, well, we've only got one troll on here. And I forgot his name already. But you're right. Bud's done a lot more good than he's told you. I know a lot of things about a lot of people. There was a comment about somebody else earlier that I could have gone into a whole different direction on, but I chose not to. But Bud, if you don't have something good to say, don't say it, right? Bud is an awesome, awesome guy. Everyone should smile. See, he's a good egg. Hey, James, nice to meet you, buddy. Whoops, I jumped. Where am I here? Where am I? Hang in there, kids. Well, there. Okay. Social Security can be garnished down to the remaining to repay a federal student loan. I didn't know that. I thought it was exempt from everything. I don't have to worry about student loans. I never went to school. Thumbs up from me. Keep up the good work. Greetings from Melbourne. That's all we ask for, Jim. The thumbs up. I thought the thunder was on my growling. Not yet. Good to see you, Paul. Hope May is doing well with her headache. Say hello to May and Reza. I will, buddy. I don't know what's going on with Reza. I haven't heard from her in 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know what the deal is, but I gave up asking. Hopefully she'll be able to join us this weekend. Paul, can you do a webcast from your favorite bar or restaurant? No, it would be impossible. It'd be too much noise. Not to mention internet signal. What I want to do, I think I started talking about this and didn't complete the sentence probably, but I wanted to sit around a table with 3 or 4 guys and just shoot the shit. And kind of like I've done with Mark, one-on-one, but I'd like to do it with 3 or 4 guys and just shoot the breeze and just talk about whatever we talk about and let you guys in on the conversation. Hey, Paul, I always wanted to come visit your neck of the woods. If coming from Angeles City, I'm in Michigan now. I have a long-time relationship with my 53-year-old gal from there. Hope. Well, that's good. Tell Hope I said hi. MD 2020. Well, they're talking amongst themselves. Paul, can you get mad? Oh, MD is Mad Dog. No. No, I haven't heard about Mad Dog in a long time. Bud has more integrity, compassion, empathy in his little finger than a can of beans. Oh, yeah, can of beans. That was That was the guy. You're absolutely right. 42 years ago, I went to a concert. I drank Boone's Farm apple wine. I don't remember the concert or how I got home. Yeah, nothing like being 13 or 14 or 16 and drinking some cheap wine. I have had vertigo. Also had to do with the crystals in the ear. There are exercises you can do to help, like rotating your head. You can look it up for more info. Well, the problem was I hit my head. And I couldn't turn to the left like this. I couldn't do that. All I could do was like turn my body. But it's all better now. Let's see. Mad Dog 2020 cost me 30 days restriction and 30 days extra duty. And it was well worth it, wasn't it? Those one-day vendors. Has your garden produced any veggies yet? Good news on the garden. What happened was I went out. I have a patch out in the front yard, and May's got her patch out in the backyard. And I tried growing melons in the backyard. Not enough sun. So they all died. May bought fertilizer, and then she sprinkled the fertilizer directly on her plants and killed them. She didn't know she was supposed to put it in water and dilute it. So she got really crapped out because her whole garden died. So I went out to the front the other day, or about a week and a half ago, and I planted my melons again. And they're growing just lovely because they're getting the sun. So I was telling May, I said, hey, go look at how many melons I have. And she refused to go look. I said, come on, go look. I go, I got 10 melons growing. She goes, I believe you. She just wouldn't look. And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I said, I'm going to go to your garden. I said, are you ever going to grow anything in your garden again? And she was all sulky, and disappointed that because it was doing so good. And the dogs came in and dug some stuff up one day, and then she killed it with fertilizer and blah, blah, blah. So all I had to do was I said, okay, I'm taking over your garden too. And I'm going to grow peanuts. And the next day, while I was down with the vertigo thing, May went out back and planted the whole thing with peanuts. Showed me my garden. Laundromats still exist in New York City. Luckily, I have a washer and dryer in the apartment. Yeah. I always enjoyed having a washer and dryer. I had stackables when I had apartments in condos. And then in houses, I had full-blown washers and dryers. I still prefer going to the laundromat, though, because they fold it for you. It's $4 to wash. And as a kid, it was 10 cents. Yeah. Mark Thompson, good morning, old dog. Good morning to you. Oh, yeah, Alfred Hitchcock, right? I take low-dose water pills. Really? Let's see. Maria celebrates life. That's good. Hi, Paul. What can you say about the Philippines? I am trying to get my husband to go home with me. Please give positive comments if possible. Thanks so much. I am trying to get my husband to go home with me. So I take it you're away from the Philippines. You're living in another country, and you're trying to convince your husband to move over here. Show him one of May's videos. That'll get him over here. Oh, yeah, Casablanca. They changed the menu. I was just told that yesterday. I haven't been to Casablanca in a long time. It's always been out of my price range. And I guess it's not any further closer to being in my price range because I think a guy went there the other day, had something, and it was like $20. But one of these days we'll give it a try. But they, just so you know, they changed the menu. They went down to about half as many options, if you will. I have a friend that goes there all the time. Shot time. Dean. You're a secret agent. Never been to the Philippines, but who wants to live in a huge, huge city? Yeah, Manila or even Cebu is just too much for me. I like out here in the woods. Hello from Nashville. Enjoy the content. Keep doing what you're doing. Can't wait to retire. I'll be glad when you can, buddy. However, I'm going to be doing a counterproductive video about the Philippines, if you will. Let's see. I lived in Manila before for 4 years. Total pain in the arse. Yeah, much better here in San Fernando. Yeah, everyone that's lived in Manila, has told me they prefer it out here. I have a number of friends that live there, and even just the hustle and the bustle, the smog, the traffic, the noise, the prices. Hey, Toronto, Canada, how you doing? I live in Bangkok. It is awesome. Well, Bangkok is all of the above as far as the noise and the pollution and the traffic, but it's a hell of a lot more interesting. I've been there, and food options are much better. It's just a more colorful, much more variety of a place. Bangkok, dude, I could go to Bangkok for a month and not see everything. The floating markets and all that kind of stuff. There are so many things to do and see in Bangkok. And I don't think you can say that about Manila. How you doing, Texas? Filipinos think you must eat rice before your vertigo. And yeah, that and Vicks Vapor Rub will fix anything. Or boil some water. Is it too late to say hello? Never. How you doing, Steve? Let's see. Hey, Paul, top of the morning from Ireland. I hope you get over to the vertigo dizzy soon. I'm done, buddy. I'm fine. Take it easy and do checks to mind health. Wish you always enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much, my friend Sean Barry. But we're all good now. Let's see. With the Delta variant of COVID, I expect personally to do another 2 years of isolation. Wife is the vulnerable person. Sorry to mention COVID. Yeah, I think 98% of all infections in America are the Delta variant, and it's killing people a lot faster too, and kids. Are panties and underwear essentials readily available? Yeah. Paul, have you ever tried intermittent smoking, or is that just a bridge too far? The smoking thing is just a matter of willpower and want to. The way I quit smoking before, which I have done, is the 10-minute rule. And for those of you that may be trying to quit smoking, here's a little tip from Uncle Paulie, is when you want a cigarette, the urge is immediate. And so and it's habit, and there's about 6 or 7 different components to why people smoke. The oral gratification is something to do. I could go on and on, not to mention just the physical addiction. But the 10-minute rule is when you want a cigarette, the intensity gets stronger and stronger and stronger for 5 minutes until you're kind of like almost in freak out mode if 5 minutes goes by. And guess what? On minute number 6, it starts to diminish. And within 10 minutes, that initial urge to have a cigarette passes. So I lived my life when I quit. The first day, I lived my life in 10-minute increments. And I had to set it up to where I was under no stress. I wasn't at work. I wasn't in any of my usual routines. And that's that. And in 3 days, you're over the physical addiction. And then it's mental after that. What up, dog? I feel like I'm late to the party. Never. Party didn't get started till you got here, Bubba. It's only in modern times did humans have the luxury of eating anytime he wishes. Over the past million years, we had a few times whatever we could get. Yeah, I mean, it goes to show that you store fat, which I've got around my middle here, for those days. That's what it's there for. It's a protective element in your body. It's your way your body stores fat. It's just like animals before they hibernate. They store a bunch of fat. And need to just get back. You see in old black and white photos of like the 40s, there's nobody fat in the picture. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've watched you quite a bit in the last few months. Enjoy listening to all. Well, thank you very much, Billy. I appreciate doing them. Let's see. Are you still in car shopping or any prospects? I've come to the conclusion that buying a used car in the Philippines is not the same as buying a used car in America. That's the big lesson learned. If I was to buy a car, it would be a new car. I've made that decision. There's just not enough savings unless you get that unicorn deal, where a guy buys a brand new car and 4 months later, and you know him, and 4 months later, he's got a bail and he's got to sell the car now, and he's offering it for some ridiculously low price, and you can jump on it. But in America, I was in the car business. So I always said that the most expensive ride you ever took in your car was from the dealership to your driveway, because that's when the car depreciated. It went from new to used, and it was never going back to new. And you would take a huge hit on the value of that car. That's not the case out here. Used cars hold their value. So at the end of the day, if I, in my head, just doing the math, and I've talked it over with May, and I've talked it over with people that are smarter than me, which are very easy to find, buying a new car really is the way to go. Unless you get that unicorn. You see, I hang my mask on one ear so I can't be accused of not wearing it. I'm so tired of Big Bro telling me what to do. You know me both, brother. I love Bud's channel. He has a true warrior heart with truckloads of empathy. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Are you using natural gas or electric? In the house, we have both. We have gas for the stovetop and electric for the lights. Hey, Paul, big fan here. Looking forward to coming to Dumaguete once the country opens up. Well, we're looking forward to having you come out. I don't think it's going to open up soon, but looking forward to it. There are thunderstorms and rain. You guys want me to open the door? Let you hear it? I started a new diet where I only eat reduced fat Cheez-Its. I've eaten 3 boxes so far. I'm wondering when the reduced fat kicks in. That's a good one. Yeah. Don't you love the boxes anymore that say less calories and low fat? And then you really read it, you see how much sugar's in it. It's just got a little less sugar than the last one. Tropical storm, yeah, I heard about that too. Boy, the States is getting beat up. You've got forest fires going crazy, record heat waves, and you've got 2 or 3 tropical storms heading your way. It's that time of year, I guess. Keith Richards, stay safe. We shall do it. Can someone recommend me a few channels that are attacking each other? Yeah, like I said, what's her doodle? I forgot her name now. What did I say? I just forgot her name. See, Joe Biden got nothing on me. I am the king of forgetfulness. I'm sorry. What's her name? Oh, Apple Hernandez. Here, let me go back. Apple Hernandez. And then you can go from there from the comments. I eat 1 time per day in 48-hour fast. Wow, cool. I lost 100 pounds. See there? So far, my blood work is great, and I am clear-headed. You are my hero, Danny. That is awesome. That is the way to go right there. I'm 1,000% behind you. And losing 100 pounds, that's impressive. Good for you. And clear-headed is the key, right? It gets rid of, when you fast, it gets rid of dead stuff, cells. And so, and I guess that includes, clogged up brain cells, dead cells. Fox News and CNN. Have you ever farted while on a live stream? Yeah, about 2 minutes ago. Come on, Dog Pound, let's push the thumbs up. Old dog, and let's show him how much we like his channel. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That's all I ask for is a thumbs up. Foreigner farming in the Philippines. That's one of the guys that's bashing. Okay. What a putz. Ooh. Oh, he's a putz. This guy. I don't know if I've seen him. See, I don't watch him. People send me links to him. That's how I know about this Apple thing. And then there's a couple of other guys that people send me. They go, hey, have you heard of this? And then there's another guy or 2 or 3 guys that will tell you how much money I make on YouTube and how much money the Filipina P makes and how much money this one makes and that one makes. And they're all wrong. They're completely wrong. They're so far off. It's not even funny. Just subscribe to MR&R as recommended by the P. He understood her. He seems to be a smart guy. Do you know him? I've never heard of him. And I didn't see whatever P said about him. You guys don't believe me when I tell you I don't watch other videos. It's not out of disrespect. I just don't watch them. And P was on my channel. Let's see. Hi, from Frog Island, New York. How are you? Just added MT and R to my approved list. The P recommended him. Do you know him? No. At the same one. Michigan Bob. Oh, okay. Same comment twice. So I guess if you guys, let me go back to that. There's a recommendation from the P to subscribe to this. I bet he said something nice about her. Things I could tell you about other bloggers, but won't. It's called Rocks in the Head. No jokes. Google it. What is? Formerly Mike G. Are hogs, chickens, and cattle allowed on your property? Chickens come onto my property. Thank you, Mark. Hey, Dr. Duck Taper. I canceled 3 trips. Yeah, geez. I'm sorry about that, man. If you collect Social Security disability, you can live in the Philippines permanently. Considering you have a monthly income to support yourself, would there be a visa for that situation? There are different strokes for different folks. So I'm not a visa expert. I'm on a tourist visa. There are no requirements to my knowledge that you prove income at this point to live in the Philippines. I understand that may be coming in the future. I would Google it and go to the official Philippine immigration website and get the down low on that, Bubba. But right now, I don't have to prove anything that I have any money coming in. But that may change, buddy. Thank you, Don. When I see bloggers trashing other bloggers, I unsubscribe. Yeah. It's just one of those things that comes with the territory. Bud Brown is good people. Amen to that, Jeffrey. Well, I appreciate that, White Wolf. Thank you very much. It goes straight to baby May. It's her month, right? Thank you very much, White Wolf. Good day to you too. Let's see. Have you considered getting the Samsung A32 for baby May? It does the same thing your S21 is very good quality 5G for a quarter of the price. I haven't. She wants my phone, and I'm about ready to give it to her. I've been seeing there's some other options out there. But right now, it really is a pretty easy piece because her and I just share my phone. She loves the camera on it. And anybody that thinks May's dumb is really stupid themselves because she's managed to work smart instead of hard. So she's got me holding the camera and following her around and doing the majority of the talking because she gets all jicky about her English. And then I upload it and I figure out, I take the thumbnail photo and come up with a title. So you got to see May's blooper reel. That's funny. Nobody watched that for some reason. Only got like 2,000 views. And I thought it was really super funny. SRRV, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. Yeah. But I always like to refer people to the official immigration site as opposed to taking advice from me or anybody that doesn't directly deal with that, you know, as a living and is licensed for it. Their stuff changes. Hey, good morning, Matthew. Bonjour. Can of beans is full of gas. Yeah. And a can of beans, you know. Hey, Paul, are you drinking, what's that? Malbec? I don't know what Malbec is, buddy. This is just pure old-fashioned caffeinated coffee. Excuse me while I have a caffeinated beverage, will you? How long have we been on here? Uh-oh, time to go. You can't go past 2 hours. Oops. Good one, China Dave. I agree with you. Yes. So, kids, I'm going to shut it down. I didn't realize we were here this long. And baby May and I have got to get ready to go do our thing. I appreciate everybody on here. Let me just see if there's people I haven't been able to talk to. I hate to miss you guys. Edward, I don't think I've heard from Edward. Hi, Paul. I've been watching for a couple of months. Best wishes from Memphis. Thank you very much. I love your ribs. I've been to Memphis. My ex-wife is from Memphis. Let's see. George S. wants to know if I live in Valencia. Yes, Negros Oriental. Let's see. Paul, you thinking about a Tim K meetup live stream? I have never talked or met Tim K. I understand he's a very popular vlogger. I think I watched him once or twice back in the day. But that was it. You guys got to believe I don't spend time watching other videos out here. Every now and then something catches my attention where I might learn something, or it's just such an interesting topic that I watch it, and then I find out it's not that interesting, so I stop watching it. And I also know these guys. I mean, and so I kind of know where they're coming from already. So let's see. I'm going to sign off, kids. Let's see. USA to the Philippines. New car, used car. We agree with you. New cars. Yeah. If you're going to be here, kids, a new car, I think, is the way to go. I don't think I've talked to this gentleman. Hey, from Vegas, nobody talks about mosquitoes, bug bites driving you nuts in Dumageddon. Boy, I used to talk about bug bites all the time. Ants and mosquito bites, because I used to get them. The further you go down the hill, the more they seem to be prevalent. But out here, I don't get that many bug bites anymore. But man, oh man, there was a time when I was just massively attacked by bugs. It's an issue. And there's restaurants that I've been to where I can't even stay there. I have to get up and leave because there's bugs. So we need thumbs up. That's a given. That's all I'm asking for. And let's see, is there anybody I haven't talked to before? Okay, here we'll end on this one. Here's my buddy. Happy birthday to Baby May and many happy returns. Yes, this is not a birthday video for Baby May, but I did want to mention what we were doing, what we've been going through, and what I've experienced the last few days, what we're going to be doing. And I've got some videos coming up. I'm going to do one on Monty Crew, who's an awesome human being. And just wanted to answer some questions, let you know that I'm shaving my goatee because Baby May says I look like Santa Claus. And it's probably that time of day where other people are going to go live. So I thought I'd go early and not interfere on their airtime. So anyway, guys, God bless you all. We will be looking forward to Baby May's next video. I don't know what it is, but it will involve a lot of bikinis. So if you're into that kind of thing, rock on. All right. See you later, alligators.